Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is a brand new episode of the No ID podcast. This is season 6. Okay. 6.
Big 6.
Big 6. Okay. I have brought back a close friend, a best friend, somebody who's celebrating a birthday, and a host of a podcast, Late Night Vibes, as well as a business owner with the Sneaker Boutique, the one and only E.
Hey everybody, what's up? What's up? It's your girl E, Late Night Live Vibes. Also, you can shout with the Plug Sneaker Boutique. I am so happy to be here today. I do really appreciate it. We always have a good time when we link up. So like whether it's to like face to face, over the phone, or no ID, or even Late Night Live Vibes, we always have a dope time. So ladies and gentlemen, I have to admit this is season 6. And I am so proud of him. And I'm just happy to be here, y'all, for real life. But shout with the Plug Sneaker Boutique. Look me up. Facebook, Instagram, look me up. So I'm here. What you got on your mind? Because I know it got to be something. Because like I said, when we link up, it's always a party. So what's up?
A lot though. I want to, before we touch into it, because I want to let people know we had to re-record, because if you got Cox cable and Zoom, shit don't really work that well. I'm going to keep it real. It was a dope conversation that we had. But I'm going to go ahead and start this way, and then I'm going to segue into what we were talking about earlier. Did you see the news about Drake and the hot sauce?
I seen the news, and y'all, please forgive me before I answer. I'm just getting over COVID. Thank God, got over COVID. I'm feeling better. And if I laugh or if you just see me do a quick laugh, it's a lingering cough. So no COVID here. I'm COVID negative, but I still got some lingering symptoms. So just don't even panic. It's not no corona, no COVID over here, just lingering symptoms. So now let me answer this question. I heard about it and I am so inclined not to believe it. My whole thing is, y'all, like, make this make sense for me out there, y'all. What grown man walks around with hot sauce like in their bag or in their pocket? The thing for me, so I'm talking about right there, y'all. The thing for me would be to flush the condom down the toilet. For me, I just think that's just all the way over the top. To take a condom off and put hot sauce in it and then throw it in the trash. We could just fill it up to make sure there's no holes in it or, rips or tears. Once you see that, drop it in the toilet and flush it. Like, make sense.
Okay, you can flush it down the toilet, but it does mess up the septic tank.
Well, if you're at a hotel, are you truly worried about a septic tank?
If I don't want to pay for it.
But you're at a hotel that got over 1,400 toilets in it. Do they necessarily have to know what's coming from you?
I don't think they would. I mean, I've never done hot sauce, but I've ran water in the condom before I flushed it down the toilet.
That's what I'm saying. Why didn't you just put water inside the condom to make sure there's no holes, tears, or rips in it? Once you looked at it and made sure, drop the condom in the toilet and flush the toilet. I'm sure a hotel does not. I'm sure they have a septic system, but I'm pretty sure it's well advanced. Seeming that we're talking about Drake here, that nothing would mess up the septic tank. I'm pretty sure millions of condoms went through all those toilets inside that hotel. I'm sure.
Bro, I think that's something he probably learned from his grand. Like, he had to learn that from an old head. Had to learn that from an old head that told him that when he was younger.
Well, again, I'm still wondering where he get the hot sauce from. Did you order it from room service and they brought you just a bottle of hot sauce? Did you have like some hot sauce packets in your bag or in your pocket? Like, do you literally walk around, excuse me, y'all, Do you literally walk around with hot sauce in your pocket, like with a condom next to it, like you know?
I know. I'm be honest with you. I might start doing it.
Hey, like, and I'm not saying nothing wrong with it wrong because you my people and I know we can talk. But who in the fuck, like, literally, like, I'm gonna go in there and have Jerome, baby, because he is an up and coming comedian and he got a dope ass podcast.
It happens.
So who, like, really?
How many stories have you heard? Did you hear about the basketball player?
Yeah, I heard about that. Now that there was unfortunate. He young, you know what I'm saying, and that shit was really shitty. But hot sauce though, I can see the shampoo. You know they got the little shampoos in there. I can see you doing that. Hot sauce though, like, come on, give me a break. I'm inclined not to believe that.
All I know is if I ever get put in a predicament where I can't trust somebody, if I'm single,
you gonna work around hot sauce in your pocket?
The little packages you can get out of like Taco Bell, the mild sauce.
I would literally cuss you out because I really think that is the stupidest shit on the planet. Like, you literally walking around with a bottle, like a little small bottle of hot sauce or package of hot sauce. Like somebody was eating Taco Bell and had the fire sauce or something. So my thing is this: you could have did it with, you had soap in there. I'm sure you had the shine. It's Drake. It's a hotel room, so I'm sure you had the little thing where it's just you can take the soap and put it in there. Like, you could have did anything because women, as a nurse, also women, we a lot of foreign things can go up there, i.e., soap, dish detergent, washing detergent, shampoo, conditioner does not belong up your snatch. Does not belong up there. Hot sauce definitely doesn't belong up there. Like, you literally, not if this girl, like, they say she's supposed to be suing or some shit like that, right? That shit is dumb too. So, but it could have been damaged. Vaginas are very sensitive. Hot sauce doesn't belong in your vagina. Now, I don't know what they do in the pornos. I've seen plenty of shit. Hot sauce, though, it's above me at this point. Like, don't ask me nothing if you don't want the real answer. I think that's some bullshit. I am very inclined not to believe that, though.
Okay, but if it's true, what would possess this Instagram model to go in the bathroom behind Drake, dig in the trash can, pick up the condom, untie the condom, and try and insert the sperm in her vagina?
So let me ask you this. She probably wanted a baby. Of course, anybody, look at Drake. Drake is a nice looking gentleman. He has good, he's a great talent. You know what I'm saying? Who wouldn't? Not me, because I don't do light skin. But who wouldn't? You feel what I'm saying? Who would want so that, first off, that's very unsanitary. That's disgusting. Oh my God. Who would take a condom and look at it and be like, let me get these juices and berries out of here? First off, this man just added hot sauce to it. So basically, you can't tell me it's nothing red that you see inside this condom that you about to insert in your vagina because you're trying to trap somebody or get some money. Was she wrong? All day long. All day long. You're retarded for that. You're wrong. 100% hands down. You're wrong for that. But hot sauce, though, like, he was wrong for putting the hot sauce in there instead of just discarding it altogether. She was even quadruple wrong for going to get it and then not even paying attention. Like, where was your antennas when you seen hot sauce inside of a condom that somebody just took off? That's all. I mean,
if Drake is really going to be a marketing goat, he needs to get a deal, like a brand ambassador deal with like Texas Pete or some hot sauce. If he can really manifest, if this is really true, and Shorty is taking him to court about hot sauce, Texas Pete needs to strike literally while the iron is hot. Say, hey,
I don't Texas I think it should be Frank's Red Hot.
Okay, Frank's Red. It's some hot sauce come Louisiana Red, whatever it is, needs to come out there. I'm keeping it real. I'm dead ass.
I mean, I feel you. Like you said, strike while the iron's hot. I get it all together. But I promise you on my soul, I don't know. There you go. I promise you on my soul, this is gonna happen to some regular people out here. Somebody's gonna end up in the hospital. So I mean, seriously, like really ask yourself that question. Like, do you truly want to go behind these people, these athletes and celebrities, and they doing stuff like that? And if Drake did do that, like, dog, you could have did so many other things. You could just put the condom in the toilet and flushed it. You could have ran water in it till it was completely empty and then toss it in the trash. Like, or just toss it. I just say toss it in the toilet. Like, toss it in the toilet.
My grandfather told me, like, you take the condom, tie it up, wrap it in toilet tissue, then flush it. That's what he told me when I was young. But hot sauce, that's something new. So, if it ever gets to that situation, let's say I'm single and somebody wants to give me some, I'm getting some hot sauce.
Nah. And I know you saying that being funny, but I swear to God, I would cut you out because I'm sure you would tell me, like, so I was dating this girl and I'd be like, wrong. Come on, dog. Like, you really walking around with some fire sauce in your wallet with your condoms? Like, who's doing that now? Like, that's dumb. Like, people do.
It's like, say it's like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. You stop at 7-Eleven, you go buy a 3-pack of condoms. Boom. Whatchamacallit from me is across the street. Taco Bell is across the street from a 7-Eleven. I go there, or like a little bean burrito for 89 cents. Yeah, let me get some mild sauce. Boom, get the mild sauce. Mild sauce, 3 packs of condoms. I'm in there.
Nah, that sounds crazy as shit. Like, really? You walking around with condiments in your pocket so you won't get set up. Like, you might as well just don't do it. If you felt like you was going, and then I blame both of them because first off, they're both consenting adults. That's number one. Number two, if you felt like you had to do all of that, you shouldn't be out here having sex. If you felt like you literally had to take a pack of a fire sauce from Taco Bell and put it inside the condom, you shouldn't have been fucking. You shouldn't be out there fucking, period. Like, go sit your ass at home, beat your meat, play with yourself, get your rolls out, whatever. Just leave that alone. I just really think that shit is nuts. Like, fuck all that. That's
from experience, there's only so much beating that you could do.
I get it.
And this is Drake. Let's go ahead and go talk to another conversation. We just chopping it up.
Gotcha.
You wanted to talk about the city girl of the internet, as I like to refer to him. Because he's saying some of the same stuff that these city girls are saying, but they don't like it because it's coming from a man. Kevin Samuels.
Oh, wow.
How do you feel about Kevin Samuels?
Well, I can definitely say he's not on my Christmas list. Definitely say that. I think 70% of the stuff that he says is for ratings and for his show. 30% is true. I'm not taking nothing. I'm not trying to take nothing away. He is an educated man, but he is not educated in relation. He's not degreed in relationships or any type of relationship counseling or marriage counseling or anything like that. I really think that, in my opinion, and Kevin Samuels, if you happen to pass by this podcast or anything like that and you happen to be listening, I respect you as a person and I respect you for having the patience to deal with the people that you deal with on a daily. But I'm not here to dog you or antagonize you. No shade, no attitude or anything like that. But my suggestion for your show, because I know who you're preaching to and the percentage of men and women that you are literally trying to have these conversations with, is people that's below those standards that you put out that's using your advice, and they're going out here trying to run that advice on women who are single mothers, women who are working hard. They try to run that advice down on them, and they end up empty-handed or their ass kicked somewhere because they're using your advice maliciously and with ill intent. So I think maybe, and like I said, just my opinion, sir, that you should have maybe some type of application or some type of what did I say? You know, when you log into stuff, they ask you for general information that you could type in before joining your show, listening to it on Instagram and Facebook and your different and YouTube and stuff like that, your different platforms. That you screen these people, have some type of screening process to screen these people to let them on your show. Because if you're preaching and you're giving advice to a percentage, certain percentage of men and women, it's men and women who listen to your show who's taking that advice and they're using it wrong. And then now you get these women who come on your show to have no clue who you're actually talking to and trying to debate with you about what you're saying. And you're making them look stupid. Men too. So that's my suggestion. Maybe she has some type of screening process before letting people come talk to you and completely embarrass themselves on your show.
I think there is a screening process, and hear me out, okay? Because some of the stuff I can rock with what he's saying, some of the stuff I can't.
Right.
I think it is a screening process. Now, his clips have gone viral, right? People have seen his show. They follow him. They follow the YouTube channel. They follow this man. They know what he's about. So he already knows what questions you're going to get asked if you do decide to join the show or whatever, participate. So that, in my opinion, they know what's going on. But I think a lot of people jump into it because they want the fame.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when it comes to what he asked these people, because I saw him get at a dude one time. I was so weak. He just came out and said to Buddy, "Do you have a big dick?" He said, "What?" He said, "Do you have a big dick?" And dude was like,
crazy.
Dude got a little mad with him. But I've also seen some females just jump up there and instantly, like I think I saw one where the girl had a friend and she instantly jumps on the live. And her homegirl jumps in is already ready. Like she ready for war. You this, you that, you this, you that. I'm like, well, damn, let him. See, he said, you ain't gonna come on my live and disrespect me like that. Boom, 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 end. But to piggyback off of some of this stuff that he is saying, I'm gonna go ahead and play devil's advocate. Mm-hmm. When I said city girls, this is the same shit that most of these women have said online, dating profiles. Like a woman could be 5'2", making $11 an hour, stay in an income-based apartment, driving an 05 Honda, have 3 kids, and will blatantly go online on a dating profile or say it to a man, I'm looking for somebody with no kids, drives a nice car, has their own spot, and is at least making 6 figures.
And it's wrong. It's wrong. I don't feel like the man who's, like I said, selling dime bags on the weekend should be looking making 6, have her own place and driving this and driving that. I don't believe in that. I don't believe a woman working at Popeyes or Rainbow should be looking for a man. You know what I'm saying? Working as he's an athlete, making all this different money, but you working. No. And I'm not saying it could never be a Cinderella story, because at the end of the day, I will love. Shout out to my boo Kyrie Irving, because that is he is my celebrity crush. For Kyrie Irving to come take me away from this peasantry called nursing. But again, I'm a nurse. I also have a successful sneaker business. I also have a successful podcast called Late Night Live Vibes. Tune in. But
Sneaker Plug Boutique.
yeah, come holla at me. I would definitely love that because he is my celebrity crush, like hands down, celebrity crush. Help me to help myself, Kyrie. Kyrie? I love you. I love what you're doing. Keep up the good work. All I'm saying is, come save your girl from the peasantry of nursing and having a sneaker boutique and having a podcast. Come save me. But again, I feel like I can relate with a lot of things with Kyrie. We have a lot in common. I like basketball. He plays basketball. I like sports, period. I like to chill. I like music. I'm down with some of the political causes that's going on out here in these streets. Black lives does matter because if Black lives don't matter, nobody's life should matter. Um, I like sneakers. I'm a sneakerhead. I'm down to earth. I'm funny. I'm witty. My whole thing is sometimes money just don't matter. You got to deal with a person that's gonna have good intention. I mean, like, of course, no, I don't have money. I'm not built like a superstar, and I'm not going to Dr. Miami to shake me out either. I'm just a little brown girl from the Detroit, Michigan, from the east side of Detroit, Michigan. I have children. I take care of my kids, and I live good, and I try to do right by people. Who's to say? Let me see. Kyrie, I'm gonna still use my celebrity crush. Don't make, he'll be out and about, and maybe I'm somewhere. Maybe he bump into me at a Nets game, a Brooklyn game, and be like, "Hey, I just thought maybe I can ask you out." Sure, I'll go. But again, I'm just a little brown girl from the D. I'm not shaped like none of these celebrities out here. I'm not shaped like Cardi or Kim Kardashian. I'm just, again, a little brown girl from the D who happened to be at a Brooklyn Nets game and bumped into my celebrity crush, and he asked me out because he thought I was pretty. I'm cool. I know one thing anybody can say, like, yo, E is the coolest female I ever met. She likes MMA. She likes UFC. She likes NBA. She likes NFL. She likes NCAA football and basketball. I know for a fact if I talk to her about basketball or football, she'll be able to answer me and hold an intelligent conversation about those topics. Go Blue and Roll Tide. Woo! It can happen. The doctor can meet the girl who was on fries at McDonald's, and they hit it off and get married, and she won't have to worry about nothing all her life. The Fortune 500 CEO can meet the struggling PE teacher, and she could take him away from all of that, and they could live happily ever after. Again, the guard from the Brooklyn Nets can meet the nurse who just happened to go to the game, and I could live happily. We could live happily ever after. It can happen.
He is bad playing. You can't go to a Pistons game. I know them tickets are like dumb cheap.
First off, what we're not gonna do is I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
That's what we ain't gonna do. I mean, don't even have any professional teams, so
no, we don't. Virginia doesn't, but
cheap tickets, I can go to the game or be rooting for somebody else's team. Help me out.
Okay, I'm going to root. And since we dropping celebrity crushes,
okay,
let's just drop them. Let me just drop them. Tori Hart, okay? Most y'all don't know, famous comedian. Just put out a movie called Super Turn. Not really feeling it. I've slid in her DMs several times, okay? She ain't never replied back, okay? If y'all don't know who the last name Hart is, that's Kevin Hart's ex-wife, okay? She's a very beautiful woman. You really want to go ahead? Let's go somebody around my age. I'm going to go ahead and keep it real. B. Simone. I think she's beautiful. She was just here in Virginia about a week ago, 2 weeks ago. I couldn't make the show, unfortunately, because of some conditions that was going on, but I'm ready, okay? Now, if we in the same field, up and coming comedian, two successful comedians, hey, Maybe one day we might be on the show together. I may make them laugh. I may tickle them. And then I can tickle them again. Who knows? But go back on like this struggling PE teacher and this woman at a Fortune 500 company, that may be true. That can happen. And not saying it can't. But
it's happened. On our contrary to any beliefs, it's happened. Everybody celebrity. They're not. Like, let's keep it 1,000. Everybody. I've seen the doctor marry the struggling student. How many times have we even heard them say, "Oh, I was a stripper and then I met an attorney and now I have an attorney for a husband"?
Plenty of time.
Right. So let's not say it can't happen, because it can. Love has no boundaries. Your heart has no boundaries. So for me, I just feel like that's why 70% of the stuff that he says does not work for me. Because at the end of the day, you can't tell me you're not what a CEO, say Elon Musk. He wanted to date me. Again, that man is worth billions of dollars. And he just wanted to date this little brown girl from Detroit. What's the problem? You can't tell that man who to love.
No, I ain't gonna tell him who not to love and who to love. But what I'm saying is sometimes you run into these situations where somebody is, like I said before, making $11 an hour, but wants you to be making 6 figures an hour.
Right. And it's nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong with what they thinking. Will it happen for them because of their way of thinking? Probably not. But if I'm just a little brown girl, again, I'm just a little brown girl from Detroit that's working fries. And Elon Musk happened to come through the drive-thru and say, "Well, who is that?" And he courts me, and I end up marrying Elon Musk. What's wrong with that?
Nothing, but can you give me a Tesla though?
I would get you a Tesla. If that was to happen, I would get you a Tesla. Definitely.
Matter of fact, let me give me no Tesla. Give me some. Tell him to put me onto his business, people. That's it.
I got you. I would personally make it my business to take this podcast, No ID, to another level. I will literally invest in your podcast.
How is your podcast going?
Huh?
How's the podcast going?
Everything is going good. Right now, we are at hiatus because the Plug Sneaker Boutique is taking a little bit out of you, girl. It was a lot of sneaker drops, some hotness, some dopeness came out. So the Late Night Live Vibes is taking a hiatus, but we will be back February. We'll be back and we'll be live. So hoping I can have y'all host Ron come through and sit in for my podcast, and I'll be posting it on you can catch us on Spotify. You can also catch us on Apple Podcasts, and that's what we'll be. We'll be going into season 6 ourselves, and it'll be season 6, episode 1, the first Saturday of February. So y'all hold on to your pants, get the sticks out of your butt, because Late Night Live Vibes is all the way live. It's me coming to y'all, talking to y'all about what's going on. So tune in. I'll make sure I'll leave that information for Ron so he can get y'all into what y'all need to be into.
Shit, let me let you. Let's just we chop it up all the goddamn time. One, right. I got another logo coming. Okay, I'm actually going a little different with the logo. 2, all right. No ID has expanded per se. Oh. So, if y'all don't see it, it's just a variety.
Right.
So I love talking about these episodes. These are the episodes that people are like, what the fuck? So season 1, I had Sydney Starr, Love and Hip Hop. Season 2, I had a close friend, Sexual Savage, who was a porn star. Okay. Season 3, I tamed my podcast down, but I had a famous comedian, Nori Davis, up there. I also got into the wrestling thing. Season 4, I had a young lady by the name of Sage Fruit Gusher. We had a conversation about kink. By all means, make sure you hit the link in the bio. I'll drop all my information after this. Right? Season 5. Okay. I had Nymph the Enchantress. If you don't know what Nymph the Enchantress is, who she is, that is a dominatrix. Shorty had the hood, the latex hood on, with the ponytail coming out. From there, I expanded and got into the fetish industry. I had somebody by the name of Hot Toes. Then I had somebody by the name of Venus Ferroci, who is a financial dominatrix and a kink therapist. Join on. This season, if y'all haven't seen, I have a lady that's also in the fetish industry by the name of My Way Souls, the feet thing, which is a phenomenon. I also am really trying to get this person, but they're very difficult to get. I'm trying to get a transgender rapper / actor / porn star. For those that's listening, because I'm actually pitching right now. Just because you see those people up there does not mean I'm instantly going to talking about clapping cheeks or getting this done to somebody. I'm literally trying to wake up and trying to figure out how these people wake up every morning and say to myself, I'm going to put a latex hood on, take a whip and whoop somebody, or lock somebody in the cage, or stick a carrot up somebody's butt and make them eat it. I'm trying to figure this shit out. What makes people do that?
Money. I'm not saying I'm going out to do it. Hell no. I ain't doing none of that. All out. I ain't doing none of that. Money makes them do what they do. And then it's the fact that it's marketable and people are in the market for the things like that. So money, I get it. You interview some of these ladies and gentlemen, they could tell you it's the money. I'm pretty sure you got that answer. I'm pretty sure you haven't got, I just really wake up in the morning and I really like what I do. I don't know what answer you got because I hadn't took.
Actually, My Way Souls was like, she doesn't do it for the money. She does it because people genuinely like her feet. But then I'm asking, like, okay, but you charge $15 for your OnlyFans. So if it was naturally for feet, then
it wouldn't be right.
There would be no charge. But then again, she also said she charged $15 because people copy and paste her shit and put it on like different websites and everything. It's a whole fiasco.
Right.
But I've been trying to tame it down a little bit, but I'm not going to tame it down that much. I swear I'm not. You're going to get some shit that's going to come out on this podcast. And then you're going to look like, man, I don't know if I should keep following him. But it's very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You seen anything good since I know you was out with COVID and stuff, but have you seen anything good on TV or watched anything interesting? Did you see Kevin Hart joint on Netflix, The True Story?
Yes. True Story was really good. I really enjoyed it. And don't get me wrong, I was actually watching it with my daughter and I told her, I said, I'm not going to give it up, but this would just be so funny if such and such and such had something to do with such and such and such. And she was like, you know what? You're right. You're right, Mom. And in the end, such and such and such had something to do with such and such and such. I was like, I told you. She's like, Mom, how you figured it? I was like, because it's just certain clues and certain hints and stories that'll give it away for me to think like, this is what's gonna happen. So yeah.
Yeah, I loved it. He gave himself some range on that one because I like the upside that he did.
Yeah, the upside was really good.
Fatherhood was good too.
Yeah, that too. That really took him out of I still look at him and laugh. You know what I'm saying? But I can also say he is a very talented comedian / actor. You know what I'm saying? He's very talented. He can't act. But when you do see him and he doing like this and he's doing like this, he is always been funny. You know what I'm saying? He's always been funny. So I really enjoy Kevin Hart. And if anyone hasn't seen True Story on Facebook, I mean not Facebook, Netflix, please y'all go check it out. It's a really awesome movie.
You got HBO Max yet?
Yes, I do.
Do you watch Southside on HBO Max?
No, lately I've been really watching my stars and keeping up with Power.
Oh, so you just saw the new episode that dropped this morning?
No, I didn't see that one. I seen the one from last week. So I'm behind the curve because I'm actually been a little bit tied up this weekend. Not tied up like that, y'all. But I've been tied up this weekend doing some stuff with my family. So I haven't had a chance, but I am going to check it out here in just a little while.
Oh, yeah. If you need some comedy, though, Southside, I swear, okay? You're going to be like, what the hell? I actually had the creator up there from Southside, one of the writers too, Diallo Riddle. And, like, this show is fucking hilarious.
I believe it.
It's fucking hilarious. I've been watching podcast after podcast. I did see the Kanye West interview on Drink Champs.
Oh, okay. I think I'm gonna check that out. I heard about it. I think I'm gonna go ahead and check it out though.
Yeah, and then I saw Shine's interview on Drink Champs. And then I saw the Suge Knight interview on $1 Million Worth of Game. I was like, yeah, okay. Now we got some old crazy ass OGs coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
definitely check it out. I haven't had a chance. I heard about it. Heard about that podcast. Didn't have a chance to check it, but now that you said that, I think I am. I think I'm gonna go ahead and check it out.
I don't know. I don't think Kanye is crazy.
I don't think he's crazy. I think it's been a lot going on. Well, I don't think he's crazy. I just think he has like a weird way to convey his information. Yeah. He tried to convey information through his music, and only honestly they say it only makes sense to him, which it does. But if you listen to it, it has messages to it. So
he's never put out a bad album, honestly. From all the
never put out a bad album. Yay. Never put out a bad album. I got every album that you have. I got. I'm down with you, Yay. I know you're having a hard time right now. We all do. And it's just unfortunate that when celebrities go through tough times and stuff, it's publicized. They can't go through hard times like you and I privately. You know what I mean? So I'm still out there, man. I'm praying for you, Yay, that you get through whatever you got to get through for you and your family and everything like that. So shout out to Kanye West, man, because like I said, celebrities, they do get it pretty tough that they go through what they go through publicly and they don't never have any privacy. And also shout out to Kobe Bryant's family because they constantly going through it. You know, he's not here, and you know, rest peacefully, Kobe. And they still got to go through that. You know, they can't just grieve in peace. You know what I'm saying? Or go through something in peace. And that's for any celebrity, anybody out here. Us, I call this just regular smuggler people. We can go through all of that stuff privately. We can go through divorces privately, a loss of a child, a loss of a loved one. We can go through insanity. We can go crazy privately and stuff like that, and nobody finds out. But when it comes to celebrities, man, they're like once you make that money, your life is not your own. Your life is not as private as you want it to be anymore. If you get what I'm saying. So,
no, you telling the truth. And the crazy thing is, like with Kanye, as soon as he speaks his mind, oh, it's mental health. It's mental health. I'm like, I don't think it's mental health. I just think this guy has literally connected with somebody or found something spirit came into him inside of him to let him use his platform. Because the same stuff he said on the Drink Champs, I'm not going to spoil it for you. It's the same stuff he said on Cannon's Class with Nick Cannon. If anybody's ever watched Cannon's Class with Nick Cannon's podcast is hands down one of the best podcasts. And I know the whole Wild Now situation, but some of the stuff he said on that episode with Professor Griff, he was telling the truth. About 98% of the stuff was definitely factual. But of course, the people. So before we go out, I asked you this last time. I asked everybody this. I do want to say this too. I would like to dedicate this season and every season going forward to season 6 to one of the comedic greats, one of my mentors that passed away last year, the one and only Daryl D. Littleton. He passed away back in December. He definitely, I'm sure, will be missed. So I do want to say that dedicate these episodes to him because he definitely put me on the game. If you guys haven't seen or watched an interview that he's done or any of his stand up, you can go on my page. I actually got one of the last interviews he did before he passed away. So definitely check him out. So E, on this note, what advice do you have for somebody that's going to start a podcast, go into dating, or maybe just start their own sneaker club boutique? What advice do you have for those out there?
So my advice for the first question, as far as starting a podcast, be yourself. Stay original. Never try to duplicate. Always be that originator, non grader, because they will always remember you. But they will always see you. But you never want anybody to say, "Yeah, I remember that girl from Late Night Live Vibes who she reminded me of B Simone. So there was nothing special about her." Or, she had a podcast. She reminded me of whatever other lady had a podcast. Be yourself. Be original. Everybody's going to talk about the same thing, but make it your own. 2, for dating, I give no advice for dating. I have to say that because I haven't had the best of luck in dating. I give great advice at dating and don't take my own advice. So I just stopped giving advice. So I have no advice for dating. Only to be your original self. And if you're gonna love the best way you can. And love does not supposed to hurt. That's my advice for that. My advice for a sneaker boutique: do something again. Always be original. Always be original. If you don't love what you do, don't do it. But I love sneakers. It's for the love. It's not for the money. So always know that if you can go into something and if it's a job like nursing, I love nursing. If I didn't get paid for nursing, I would still do it. That's how much I love my job as far as my career. If you don't love what you do, you need to reevaluate yourself. And that's my advice coming from E. Late Night Live Vibes.
Definitely. So, top 5 comedians, dead or alive, in any order for the starting 6 men.
Okay. Richard Pryor, Martin Lawrence.
Okay.
Richard Pryor, Martin Lawrence, Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle. And this is just any order. Bernie Mac, and my 6th man off the bench will be Mike Epps.
Ooh.
My 7th person, just in case, Whoopi Goldberg.
Ooh. Okay. All right. Okay. Girl. Shit. My list changed. You already know, but my 3 are always gonna be the 3 that was on my podcast. You're gonna have B. Militant, of course, Michael Collier, Nori Davis. So that's my 3.
Okay.
Number 4, I even take it back because I've said her name before, but a lot of people don't know who she is. She's actually the first ever stand-up comedian ever, and that's Miles Maple. Okay. Number 5 is going to be Chappelle.
Okay.
Number 6 is going to be, like I said, my list changes. Is going to be Jim Jeffries.
Jim Jeffries. Wow. You know what? Think about it like this. Let me tell you something. And no one would ever think to say this as a stand-up comedian. Bob Saget. Rest in peace, homie. Bob Saget is funny as shit. You have to check out his stand-up. He is funny as shit. Bob Saget is... y'all always think about him as what? His name is Danny Tanner on Full House. Take that shit off and just watch a stand-up that he does. Funny Jim Carrey. Take all the movies away, take all that shit away, and just watch a stand up. Funny as shit. Um, he had a TV show too. I can't think of his name. Gosh, but funny as shit. Okay, you would not think these people are as funny as they are, and they are. Jim Carrey, hilarious. Bob Saget, hilarious. He's this guy was Mexican. I can't think of his name. Can't think of his name. But he had his own TV show though.
Are you talking about Lopez? George Lopez?
Funny as shit. Earthquake, funny as shit. D. Ray Davis, funny as shit. I actually like Chico Bean. That's my dad calling. Sorry guys. But yeah, those folks, they're funny as shit. So
I'm gonna put you on to something. You probably got it. If you go to Tubi is free for those listeners out there. And if you're a comedian and you want to get like those comedians that, like, damn, Netflix only show this person, Netflix only show this person. Tubi actually has like Paul Mooney, Ari Spears, D. Ray Davis.
Oh, yes, I love Paul Mooney. Paul Mooney funny as shit too. Like, a lot of people wasn't even really up on Paul Mooney until the Chappelle show, but I've seen Paul Mooney some of his stand-ups and heard him and stuff prior to the Chappelle show, and he is funny as shit. Like, funny as hell. So
yeah. And a lot of people don't know this. He actually wrote for Richard Pryor.
Yes, he did.
So you can only imagine what was going through his mind before he was doing that. Yeah, man, go get Tubi. Tubi has like the TK Kirklands, like Lil Rel Hard before, they got his stand up. You're gonna see like the LOL networks up there. So they got all the Def Comedy Jam episodes up there. Then they got like Carlos Miller's stand up. I think they got Chico Bean up there, but Carlos Miller got a stand up special up there. It's like 30 minutes. It's like Kevin Hart Presents. And it's got Carlos Miller up there. It was dumb hilarious. All right. And Carlos been in the game for a minute.
Yeah, Carlos Miller funny as shit.
Yeah, I'm talking about way before 85. So he's been on like Comic View. I don't know if he's been on Def Comedy Jam, but he's been on like Comic View. He was on that Bill Bellamy show that they had back in the day where it's like Rodney Perry was up there. And he's like a young OG. He's like 30. Yeah. He had the young OG status. So check him out. If they want to follow you or get in contact with you, how do they do
that? You can find me on Facebook. My name is Erin Forrest on Facebook. But if you just want to go to Late Night Live Vibes, type in LATNIGHT LIVEVIBES. Late Night Live Vibes. Also, you can check me out on Instagram. It's sneaker_freak_007. Check me out. And then it's the Plug Sneaker Boutique. It's BOUTIQ on Instagram. Check me out. And you can also follow the Plug Sneaker Boutique on Facebook. We only do private orders, and I do have a definitely dope clientele base. So if you want to get in, find me again. Late Night Live Vibes on Facebook, and the Plug Sneaker Boutique spelled out correctly on Facebook, and get with me. Girl, Late Night Live Vibes.
If you guys want to follow me, follow my Instagram at strictly_wrong. That's on Instagram and on Twitter. You can also follow the podcast at No ID Podcast on Instagram. If you go on Facebook and want to like the page, it's No ID Podcast as well. You can hit the link in the bio, like, share, comment, subscribe. YouTube is No ID Media TV. You will see stand-up, and you will see skits, and you will see podcast episodes as well too. Make sure you subscribe, you comment, If you go onto like Apple or Podcasts or Google or Spotify or whatever you get your streaming services from, you just type in no ID. You can do it one word, 2 words, but I will let you know I did properly spell mine as the with the 2 periods as well too. It's just a me thing. But make sure you support the Sneaker Plug Boutique. Thank you, E, once again for coming on. I really appreciate it. You know,
Okay. Anytime. Anytime.
chilling with the rap on your head.
Well, it's Sunday, and got to get ready for the week. Just chilling, hanging, and anything I can do to always help out No ID, I'm here. Um, yeah, I mean, it's your girl E. How could you miss? You can't miss. It's always a hit when I'm on the show. I'm just saying, like we talk about good things. We always, parlay and politic about what's going on out here in these streets, and I love doing it, man. You have me cracking up. We definitely have good content, and I can't wait. And to know in late night live vibes kind of have to come to bump heads when it comes to things, because then I'll, instead of me being in guest mode, I'll be in host mode. So completely two different complete people that you're dealing with when you come to late night live vibes. So come on, let your girl.
I'm glad you said that because if I'm going up there, for anybody that's ever had me on a podcast, I go from host mode, not the guest mode, but to asshole mode.
I got it.
All right,
But just be prepared. Like live vibes. Hey, that's that thing. So be prepared. Definitely be prepared.
I'm prepared. All right, yeah, I appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks again for having me on the show.